everybody. So today is Saturday. That means it's time for family movie night. And today we're finishing up my Teen Movie Month series. And this is the series that I do every year where it allows me to talk about movies that are a little more mature, a little bit edgier than my typical family movie night pick. And these are movies made about teens or for teens or starring teens, all of those things. And it's a lot of fun. And I hope you enjoyed this year's entry in it. And also, I have not really decided what I'm going to do for the rest of August. So if you have suggestions, please let me know in the comments. And if you want to actually have a say in what I review for Family Movie Night, definitely check out the Patreon because that is one of the perks that you can get is you can pick a selection for me to do for Family Movie Night. So take a look at that. I would really appreciate it and have lots of fun benefits for being a patron. But today we are talking about a film that I wasn't sure if it qualified as Teen Movie Month at first because it's like, is it more about children? But I think it generally is a coming of age movie. So I think it counts. We're talking about Moonrise Kingdom. And this is from director Wes Anderson. And what's interesting about Wes Anderson is I really feel like between the years 2009 and 2014 was like peak Wes Anderson. Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, and Grand Budapest Hotel. All three of those movies have his directorial stamp on them, but they all feel unique and exciting and refreshing and fun. And I miss that about Wes. Like his movies just feel so routine to me now. They feel so bland, which is something I never thought I would say about Wes Anderson, is that he was bland. But I just feel like he's sort of doing the same things that he had already done over and over again. And it's just without like a compelling story or a compelling script or characters that I'm interested in because his casts are so bloated that you're not able to even spend the most time that you need to feel endeared to the characters. Whereas in this, we do get time with the characters. Yes, it's a huge cast, but we get to know Sam and Susie quite well, and we feel for them. And it feels really different than Fantastic Mr. Fox. And then the Grand Budapest Hotel feels different than those other two films. I don't know. I just feel like he was experimenting more. He was trying things. He was funnier. He was wittier. He just, I don't know, was just more creatively exciting to me in that time period, those three movies, than anything he's done since then. And I would love for him to get back to that phase. But I don't know if he kind of ran out of ideas or what happened. But I just miss this phase for sure. And Moonrise Kingdom, I think, is one of his sweetest, most endearing movies, and probably because it focuses on these two 12-year-olds. So technically they're not teens, but they are growing up. So I think it counts. But I think because it's through their lens, there's like an innocence and a sweetness to this film that you don't get with something obviously like a Rushmore or a Darjeeling Unlimited or some of his other films that are a little more cynical because they're about older characters. This is about 12-year-olds. But anyway, this is about Sam and Susie who become friends, and then he has to go to this like scout camp, and she's at this house with her brothers, and they start writing each other. And Sam is a total misfit, doesn't fit in with the other campers. And so they develop this scheme that they're going to run away together and that they're going to like fall in love and they're going to run away. And they do. So they run away to this like idyllic place where they can fish and they can camp and they can be together. And it's very sweet and lovely. But meanwhile, everybody is looking for them. And where are they? And so there's all this commotion, and you've got like the sheriff played by Bruce Willis. You've got the head of the scout camp played by Edward Norton. You have the various foster parents and other parents. You've got that kind of going on. You've got the normal collection of Wes Anderson actors, Tilda Swinton, Jason Schwartzman, people like that. But they get just enough time to get sort of developed and to be funny and charming. And really it comes down to these two, to Sam and Susie, who are so sweet. And you get to see their like first kiss and them talking about how they just don't feel like they fit in. And I think that's something everybody can kind of relate with and enjoy spending that time with these two characters. This movie is beautifully filmed. Robert Yeoman. It has all of those Wes Anderson sort of touches in the warm glow of the cinematography and the cuteness of all the sets, and just everything looks very ideal and sweet and lovely, and it kind of takes you away to that time of childhood when there was still a sense of wonder and awe. And that's what Sam and Susie still have. And so that's what makes it very endearing and very sweet. And they're still just sort of experimenting with themselves and what they want out of life and what love means and what's going on. So that's a lot of fun. Performances by the adults are just wacky enough, like Bruce Willis, but to be entertaining, but not be over the top, not be too much. So that's very, very enjoyable. And I think that this is one of Wes Anderson's best films. I think it's one of his sweetest films, one of his most endearing films. And so I would be curious to know what you think. Love the score by Alexander Desplat. That's very memorable. And so I think this combines all the good aspects of Wes Anderson, his art direction, his style, his sweetness, his endearingness. And I've really enjoyed getting to see it again. I think it holds up and is very sweet. So let me know what you think of Moonrise Kingdom. Is it a favorite of yours by Wes Anderson? What do you think of those 3 movie time periods? Do you think that was peak Wes Anderson like I do? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section or on Twitter. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews all over the place. And I'd really appreciate that. And then also I cover all different kinds of romances over at Hallmarkies podcast. So definitely should check that out. And if you are, and make sure to like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate that. We just got over the 5K, which is so exciting. So thank you so much for that. And we have the Patreon, which is the biggest way you can support everything that I'm doing. And you can be a part of picking out what I review in the future for Family Movie Night over on the Patreon. So definitely take a look at that. We've got cool benefits. And we have a chance to, you get a chance to be a part of watch-alongs and get to talk with talent and other cool things. So definitely please take a look at that. And then I have the merch store where we have tons of fun designs. So take a look at that. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.